Side with Kent Berry from the meat shop. We call him the Meat Man, and he has brought the all-essential hot dogs, hamburgers, a few trimmings as well for any 4th of July holiday celebration. These are almost a staple.
They are a staple. Mainstay is the hamburgers and the hot dogs. Of course, ribs are always big with the 4th of July too. But we did bring some 100% pure ground chuck hamburger patties with ground beef.
Good
and then some good hot dogs.
Charcoal grill?
Yes, sir. Good
and before we get too much further in, be careful if you're out there grilling, and Kent knows that, and we're surrounded by concrete, so we're pretty safe here in the city, but if you're outdoors, you got to be careful.
Yes, there are burn bans on, I think, every county in the state.
Yes. So 70 and 75, yes, sir.
And, yes, so, of course, be careful. Common sense, extra dose of common sense.
There you go.
Certainly. All right, let's talk about what you're going to be doing here. I know a lot of people, if they're not used to grilling a lot, they put a hamburger on, you might try to flip it too soon. You kind of want to let it sit there and let that fat kind of
if you can kind of think in your mind with the steak and with the burger too, if you do, say, the first 60% on the first side when you lay it down, so you're going to let it cook a little bit over halfway, and then you go ahead and flip it.
And just finish it off.
That's right. Same way on steaks too. So you're going to put it on, and you're going to cook it a little bit longer on the first side when you first lay it down. Leave it there. And then after a while, you'll get more comfortable with your temperatures, and you'll get knowing, it's a little over halfway. Flip it. And then I recommend, too, just turning things one time.
What about minutes-wise? I know it varies per grill, but say you got just a regular charcoal grill. Average how many minutes and how thick that is?
There's so many variables in there that it's so hard to say, 4 or 5 minutes, because you don't know the distance and you don't know the temperature. But I'm saying if you're cooking at about 300 degrees, that you're going to leave it on there about 4 minutes, and then turn it over another about 3 minutes. Now, that's if it's hot.
Yes.
You're close.
Yes.
So, but now, if it's more than that, and especially with children or elderly people or somebody sick, go a little bit more, overcook,
And always check before you serve them.
Meat thermometer. Yes, have your meat thermometer. You can't go, it looks like it's done, or I feel like it's done, or I think it's done, or this is how my daddy did it. A meat thermometer, and that way you know.
If you're inexperienced, that can lead to trouble.
And the right temperature.
That's exactly right. You want to get the beef up to like 160 degrees.
Okay.
And the chicken also. And keep in mind, too, children and elderly people, or anybody, we have a lot of people that have chemotherapy. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep it in mind that you want to make sure that it's cooked. The E. coli for you and me, it may not be a little, headache.
Sure.
Some people, it would, seriously.
All right, let's get some fun stuff. Some seasonings and sauces here to top it all off.
Well, what we do, we got some hamburger. I like to use, one of the things I like about the spice blends is that they're already mixed up, and you can have different varieties. We've got a Greek blend that we use. We've talked about that before. The most popular one now is a new one that we've got that's the chipotle. Kind of a Mexican
spice in there,
Right, you can go with the Greek.
And do you put that on as you're cutting the patties down?
I normally make the patties up, and then I season them up, and then I cook them. And I like myself, some people say, put egg, cracker, all kind of stuff in your ground beef. For me, I just like pure ground beef with a little spice. And especially on the ground beef, if you'll go for the ground chuck, it's a little bit more pricey, but it's much better. Got a better flavor and more healthy, too.
It makes a difference.
It does. Fantastic. And we want to remind you can always go see Kent Berry at the meat shop. You guys closed today?
No.
Open?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. I was just making sure.
Hey, but thank you very much. No, we are open. We'll be open until 3 o'clock, and we've been busy. We're just north of North Little Rock, or north of Sherwood, and west of Jacksonville, about 3 miles, 833-2100, Highway 107.
And don't forget the vegetables that you can throw on the grill, too,
isn't that a pretty medley of vegetables?
Look at that color.
They're really great. Always in your cooking, be conscious of your colors. Because it just makes a big difference. When you got your medley going on, and if it looks good, it's going to probably taste good.
Fantastic. Looks good, tastes good. And Alice and Courtney can't say that about her cake, but that's okay. We're going to go check on those.
It might taste good. We don't know yet.
We'll say it tastes good, probably. We'll check on those in a little bit. I'll show you a picture of what she tried to cook earlier.
Sounds good.
All right,
you don't
sounds
want me
good.
working for you.
I think we're going to have a hamburger or something out here in a little bit.
Sounds good. Back in a moment.